I think Nell Fortner's one of the best players in the country. She's one of the best one-on-one players in the country, period. We didn't have an answer for her. Couldn't stop her. Really hard to play. You know, she took over the fourth quarter like, I hadn't seen something like that in a long time. But anyway, yeah, disappointing loss. And, you know, we had our opportunities to, you know, really maybe keep it closer than it was coming down the stretch, but we just couldn't stop Latson. Tried to go to the zone to stop her, and she still gets inside of it. So it's just, you know, it's disappointing because, you know, you got to take advantage of opportunities to play teams like Florida State at home, and we didn't get it. But, you know, we'll keep learning and keep growing from it.
We'll open the floor for questions. Rob?
Now, what did you think your team wasn't doing in the fourth quarter that you were in the first three quarters?
You know, we're tired in the fourth quarter. That's one thing. It's not an excuse, but it does. It seemed like it was making a difference with how good of defenders we were. And Latson is just really she's different. She's just built different offensively. I've never seen a kid finish at the rim as well as she does with off balance. You know, it's not even a shot. Sometimes it's a throw, whatever, but she's just got great touch around the rim, and she's really, really hard to guard. But I think maybe the, you know, our foot speed wasn't as good, or our help rotating coming over wasn't as good, and she took advantage of it.
I know you're not necessarily where you want to be at completely, but after a rocky season last year, you've really shown you can compete with Florida State, Virginia Tech. Can you just talk a little bit about that growth from your group?
Yeah, well, we got players that played minutes last year as young players, and they're getting a lot of minutes this year. So they're having opportunities to, you know, to grow and get better and understand the game a little better. So I think that's and I do still believe we're doing that. There's a point in time with the team, and maybe a young team, where a light bulb goes off, and then you're not having to say things over and over again, you know, or, you know, help them do the things you're, you know, asking of them to do over and over again. So, you know, sometimes our youth gets us, and sometimes we just the other team gets us. And tonight, I think the other team got us. You know, they were good down the stretch.
Do you think that O, her ability to finish at the hoop, is more about her keeping her eye on the basket the whole time? I mean, it seems like other players get in there the same way and can't finish. I mean,
yeah, I mean, she's unique. She is unique. She, you know, like, there's a lot of unique basketball players in the world. Steph Curry's one of them who can shoot like crazy shots from long distance. Nell Latson is a rim finisher that I really I can't think of another player in the country that finishes like that at the rim with it's not even a shot sometimes. It's just almost a throw. She's falling away. She's whatever, and it goes in. But that's normal for her. So it's not like that's abnormal. It's normal for her. She's just a baller.
Do you have any update on Kayla's status after last game?
Mm-mm. She's just day to day. Yeah.
Talking about the interior defense, it just seems like you're not getting any help in there, not getting any rebounding in there, and that really hurt in that fourth quarter. They got a lot of, you know, second and third possessions, and as a coach, do you look at maybe it's time to see what some of the younger players can do in those kind of situations?
Well, you have to remember tonight our leading rebounder did not play,
right.
So that hurt, and so I'm not overly concerned about that as far as anything else. I mean, you lose your leading rebounder and one of your leading scorers. That's a lot to overcome, and I thought we did an admirable job of trying to overcome it, but we just didn't have. You know, the boards definitely hurt us tonight, but when we get her back, we'll be in a different position than that. So we are, if you notice, we are getting younger kids some playing time with Ari Termis playing a little more and Deasia Thomas playing a little more. Deasia can help us on the boards, but you've got to be able to play. You got to be able to be solid on both ends of the floor. But she is somebody who can really do some damage on the boards.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.